In a small town, reputation's everything, and I got taught that from the outset from my boss. Do it right, reputation's everything, referrals is everything. So I think it's really important. I've put that into all my workers throughout my career. Do a good job and everything else takes care of itself.
Hi, I'm Scott from Brushworks Painting Solutions. I'm a painter and decorator. I've been painting for 30 years and we are currently in our 21st year of business here in the Shire. Specialising pretty much in high-end residential. We do some commercial works, but high-end residential is where we're at. A lot of waterfronts, a lot of glancing light, hence we need to do some very good sanding. So yeah, I came to Sydney in 2002 just to do some work with a mate to get out of a small town for a while. I got 1 or 2 jobs on my own and really enjoyed running the job and the rewards of seeing a job throughout, start to finish, it's yours. And then I slowly, over the years, I went from 1 employee to 2 employees and started doing some really high-end stuff. And then, yeah, for the last decade, we've been running up to 12 guys. About 6 years ago was the first time I bought a Mirka product. I actually borrowed one off my friend. He was saying, you got to try this. So I tried it. We'd been doing hand sanding for 15 years prior. And whilst it was a good job, the amount of mess, and I didn't even consider our own health, how much dust we suck in, but I ended up trying this Mirka of my friends and it was amazing. We were sanding all these patches, top coat, and I just had no dust on me at all. And for me, that was like, all right, where do I get one of these things? So I ended up purchasing, it was a Authorised 2.5, really lightweight. I tried other sanders and they just weren't anywhere near as maneuverable. We work above our head a lot, and the lightweight was a key for me. In the past, we had made so much dust with our hand sanding with the sanding pad. I'd have 2 guys for an hour and a half at the end of each day. If you add that up, that's 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, 15 hours. Now we spend 10 minutes a day maximum just tidying up the house, putting furniture back.
With the cutback on the cleaning and the end of each day, it's my Mirka systems have paid for themselves. They paid for themselves within the first 6 months, and now it's just an advantage that I don't have to pay for that labour cleanup at the end of each day. We can be painting longer, be more productive, and jobs get done quicker, more profitability for the business.
I didn't really even think about the health benefits as well, but for me it was more about not making dust. And then for us, so healthy now, I don't go home with all dust up my nostrils. Everyone's much healthier, so it's a much better work environment. I bought a Diros and I bought a Liros. The purpose for the Liros was to just sand setting, but in the end, it didn't take us real long to figure out that we could use it to sand all our ceilings, all our walls in between coat. And then we just started selling ourselves to clients as a 95% dust-free painting system and as painless as possible for everyone. And healthy for us. We stopped wearing masks, don't need to anymore. It's such a good system. And in those 6 years now, I think I own 7 or 8 sanders. I keep getting more and more, they're so good. I now run 2 vacs, 2 extractions. We have the dual sanders going, so we can be on a new job. We go into our new job, I have somebody start sanding walls and ceilings and somebody on the timber, using the Liros and the Diros on the walls and ceilings, and using the Dios 383 on all the timber work, the architraves and all the skirtings. And then we have the Delta for anything that is hard to get. And I really love our Delta for when we're doing stair work. It gets right in the corners. We've done a few lately where we've had a really dark stain, like an ebony stain, and we had to get back to clear. They only wanted to clear poly on it, and you wouldn't have been able to do it without these sanders. There's no way you would have. I wouldn't have taken on the job. But clients were stoked, so we're like, wow, you've just done all that without any dust at all. So yeah, it just makes our job easier.
So my favourite tool is probably the Diros, just because it's such an all-rounder. I can use it on all the walls. The abrasives I use, inside I love the Abrasives Ace, normally 180 and then 240 to finish. Exterior I tend to use the Galaxies a bit more, they're really hard wearing. Yeah, so I love them on the exterior just for the longevity you get out of the pad. So I've had 0 issues with my sanders, they just keep on putting out for me, and I love them. One of the things that's really amazed me about the Mirka, and I didn't really consider it when I first bought it, the durability of these machines are amazing. We use them day in, day out. I really don't give them the love they need for servicing, which I should, but I don't because we're busy. So we use them day in, day out, and they just keep on going and going and going.
I really love that we can work outside, work in different environments, love the waterfronts, we do plenty of them, and love doing a good job for people.